A debate about whether gender stereotypes should be erased or promoted.
I believe that prescribed gender roles don't have a logical basis. Women can work hard just as well as men, and men can be nurturing just like women. Besides religious beliefs, I haven't seen any other reason to support these roles. The concept of masculinity is a construct created by humans. What does it even mean to be masculine? Some qualities associated with masculinity, such as hard work, determination, strength, and bravery, are also admired in femininity. Why wouldn't anyone want these qualities? I can't understand how a man not working would strip him of his masculinity.
I think the problem with completely erasing gender stereotypes is that it can create difficulties for many people. I have long-lasting friendship with a mother who always said that she wanted to marry, have kids, and do the typical stay-at-home mom activities. She found joy and fulfillment in her role, and I don't understand why this is bad. Most of my friends who hold your view tend to be negative about her enjoyment and fulfillment in activities like cooking, doing laundry, and making jelly. She is criticized for reinforcing gender stereotypes, but if it is her dream life, she should go for it. My dad raised me after my mom's death, but he's still the guy that works 10 hours and comes home and is chopping wood and fixing up the things with the old house. He doesn't enjoy cooking or doing laundry, for example. When we talk about getting rid of these stereotypes, people who genuinely enjoy or find value in stereotypical actions often face backlash and become reviled by everyone except conservatives, even if these people themselves are not conservative.
I understand and completely agree that you should be able to live your life as you find fulfilling. What I'm saying is, why should this specific way of living for women be the norm? There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. What I mean is that just like you should never be shamed by anyone for doing what makes you happy, nobody else should be shamed either. There should be no standard for how a family is built. It could be a mom and a dad, two dads, two moms, or no specific gender roles at all. I believe these stereotypes should disappear so that people can live comfortably and happily, according to their own preferences and what makes their family happy.
I believe that everyone should have the freedom to pursue a life that brings them fulfillment. The concern is what happens to those who find fulfillment in these stereotypes. I'm talking about people like my other friend Sarah, who finds fulfillment in being a stay-at-home mom, not necessarily because of the actions involved, but because she aspires to fulfill that stereotype. What happens to those who find these stereotypes aspirational? If we destroy these stereotypes, what do we replace them with? They need to be replaced with something, or else those who find them aspirational will struggle to function.
What about men who aspire to these roles? I know a man who is a stay-at-home dad and bakes bread to sell at the farmer's market, and he loves every second of it. People should be able to do what they enjoy, regardless of their gender.
You're missing my point. I'm asking about the people who find enjoyment in fulfilling these stereotypes simply because they are stereotypes. Gender shouldn't be a factor in that equation. The question is, when we eliminate these stereotypes, what do we replace them with for these individuals?
My impression when people talk about breaking gender stereotypes is that they only want to remove the gendered aspect of the stereotype. Otherwise, they would be talking about breaking stereotypes in general. The stereotype of the loving caregiver parent will still exist for people to aspire to, but without a gender requirement. On the other hand, certain stereotypes that are harmful to society, like the strong violent alpha male, should disappear completely. A peaceful society doesn't need violent individuals, whether male or female.
That's not the impression I've gotten, but it's possible that we know different types of people. Okay, so if we detach these characteristics from gender, what other qualities would be associated with the stereotype? And if we do this, what about those who seek gender affirmation through stereotyping? I'm not saying it's right, but I know people who would be devastated if gender stereotypes disappeared. Also, we don't live in a completely peaceful society. Furthermore, as a society, we still need people who are willing and capable of defending others.
First, you asked about the characteristics associated with the stereotype of the loving caregiver parent. I think it would include things like taking care of a child's education and basic needs, showing love and creating an image of an excellent family, engaging in artistic hobbies to demonstrate more than just being a caretaker, volunteering for local associations like kindergartens or soup kitchens, and attending church to show dedication to helping others. Additionally, you said that people will be destroyed if the gender stereotypes fall, but I think this destruction is very progressive. We need to educate future generations in a way that is free from gender stereotypes. As time goes on, people will live happily with their own stereotypes, but the stereotypes they aspire to will gradually fade away with the passing of those who embody them. So, these individuals won't suffer from the end of the stereotype because it will happen after their time, and future generations will be less interested in a fading stereotype. In the world I envision, building one's own lifestyle becomes necessary, which requires experimentation and education. That's why robust public education is crucial, or else we might end up with a situation where people have no role models and struggle to create their own.
I agree with your first statement, but I think gender roles are deeply rooted in us. Even if we educate our children without gender roles, those roles will definitely resurface in some form. Maybe they'll take a different shape, but they will re-emerge. Nature is powerful and still has a significant impact on us, which is why people grape and cheat on each other. On average, men are physically stronger than women. Women are generally better at nurturing. Gender stereotypes will always be based on these inherent characteristics that cannot be changed. There is a reason why animals behave in certain gender roles. We humans have just labeled these behaviors masculine and feminine.